Welcome everybody in this session. I am Dr. Nasrin Sultana Labli, Associate Professor of Physiology, Moinamoti Medical College, Kumilla. We are continuing nervous system, item 3. Item 3. Today, inshallah, we will finish item 3. Then, next week, we will start item 4. Okay? তোমরা কি লেখাপড়া করে এসেছো? আইটেম 3 আজকে আমরা শেষ করব। নেক্সট উইক আমরা আইটেম 4 স্টার্ট করব। তোমরা একটু লেখাপড়া করে এসেছো? রোল 1 তানজিমুল, তানজিমুল আছো কিনা আমাদের সাথে? রোল 1 তানজিমুল।
Yes, ma'am.
হ্যাঁ আছো,
Yes, ma'am.
লেখাপড়া করে এসছো কিনা? কথা নাই কেন? রোল 23 ফরহাদ হোসেন আছো কিনা? রোল 23 ফরহাদ।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ম্যাম।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। রোল 32 সৈয়দা তানজিনা আক্তার প্রেজেন্ট কিনা? প্রেজেন্ট অর অ্যাবসেন্ট? তানজিনা। রোল 35 শামিমা ইব্রাহিম উর্মি আছো? রোল 35। রোল 41 মোহাম্মদ জাহিদুল হাসান রনি আছো? রোল 41। রোল 46 সুপ্রিয়া পল আছো কিনা? রোল 50 হ্যাঁ ওকে থ্যাংক ইউ। রোল 50 শিপন দাস। রোল 54 নাইম আহমেদ। রোল 54 নাইম আহমেদ নাই, অনেকেই অ্যাবসেন্ট করছে, পরীক্ষার চিন্তা ওদের নাই। রোল 56 মুন জনসন শাহ মুন আছো কিনা? রোল 60 অনিকা সরকার। রোল 60 অনিকা অঙ্কিতা সরকার ওকে আছো অঙ্কিতা। রোল 65 মাহবুব আলম সিনহা। রোল 65 মাহবুব আলম সিনহা। রোল 70 শারমিন সুলতানা। রোল 70। রোল 50 রোল 50 কে আসছে? রোল 50 শিপন দাস আসছো কিনা? রোল 50 শিপন দাস।
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ji,
Okay.
ma'am.
Roll 71 Sufia Saifi. Roll 72 Sadika. 73 Julfa Begum. 74 Shahnur Rahman Shamim. Roll 75 Oniket Roy. Roll 76 Hanif Sheikh. Roll 77 Abu Turat Sheikh. Roll 79 Chaudhuri Afif Afsar. Roll 79 present or absent? Roll 79. Roll 78 Nasrin Parveen Talukdar. Roll 80 কে আসছো? রোল 78 নাসরিন
79, ma'am.
79 okay thank you very much 79 roll 70 শারমিন সুলতানা present okay present roll 80 সৈয়দ মুমিন ইকবাল roll 80 roll 81 জনার্দনম
Yes, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
okay thank you very much roll 82 roll
Yes, ma'am.
roll 83 present or absent? Roll 85 Sivalans present or absent? Present. Present.
84
Roll
ma'am.
87 84 present. Ezil Mugundan present 84. 86 Harshita. 87 Ashvika. 88 Imran. 89 Shoaib Shabir. 90 Soid Mujahin Bashir. 91 Javed Khan. 92 Sharon. 93 Rauf Majid. 94 Julfikar Ali. 97 Ikra Shafi Saifi. 98 Mehran Shafiq. 99 Shakib Rasul. Only few foreigner students attending my class. I'm following this thing. Only few foreigner students. Only few.
Ma'am, 96.
Foreigner students are following my class. I don't know what is the reason behind this. Okay. Roll?
Ma'am, 96.
Which roll?
96. 96, ma'am.
96. Pritha Samantha, present.
Yes, ma'am.
Pritha,
Present.
present. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Roll 80. Roll 80. Soyod Momin Iqbal, present or absent? Roll 80. Okay, roll 79. Chaudhuri Afif Afsar. Just now he told me that he present. Okay, Chaudhuri Afif Afsar, present. Okay, can you tell
Yes, ma'am.
me the reflex arc of knee jerk? Knee jerker reflex arc. Please tell me. Tell me the reflex arc of knee jerk. Receptor. First, you have to start from receptor. Reflex arc of knee jerk. Name of the receptor. First, you have to tell that is total 5 components: receptor, efferent nerve, then center, efferent nerve, then effector organ. So first, you have to start from receptor. Then receptor for reflex arc, which thing? Please tell me. Reflex arc of knee jerk. You don't know the answer. You don't know. Why I don't know? 96. Pritha Samantha, please. Can you tell me? Can you tell me reflex arc of knee jerk? This is very, very important written and viva question. This is very favorite question for examiners. Examiners invariably like to ask this question. Please tell me the reflex arc of knee jerk. Please tell me, Pritha Samantha. You have lecture note. Please tell me to see the lecture note. Tell me the answer. You don't know. That means you have nothing. You have no lecture notes with you. Roll 62, Imran Hussain. Roll 62, Imran Hussain. Okay, roll 50, Shipon Dash. Roll 50, Shipon Dash.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell me reflex arc of knee jerk.
ম্যাম রিসিপ্টরের মধ্যে রয়েছে মাসেল স্পিন্ডল, অ্যাফারেন্ট নার্ভ, সেন্সরি পার্ট অফ দ্য ফিমোরাল নার্ভ, ম্যাম সেন্টার, লাম্বার 2, 3, 4 সেগমেন্টস অফ স্পাইনাল কর্ড, আর এফারেন্ট নার্ভের মধ্যে রয়েছে মোটর নার্ভ অফ দ্য ফিমোরাল নার্ভ। জি ম্যাম, ইফারেন্ট নার্ভ। জি ম্যাম, আর এফেক্টরের মধ্যে রয়েছে কোয়াড্রিসেপাস মাসেল, এর মধ্যে কন্ট্রাকশন অফ দ্য কোয়াড্রিসেপাস।
Please do correction here. Quadriceps na. Contraction of quadriceps muscle. Contraction of quadriceps muscle and forward jerking of the leg. Contraction of quadriceps muscle and forward jerking of the leg. ঠিক আছে? উচ্চারণগুলি pronunciation. You have to correct your pronunciation. Pronunciation should be correct here. তাহলে quadriceps muscle. Okay, thank you very much, Shipon Dash. Thank you very much.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ম্যাম।
Okay, roll 56, Moon present. Johnson Shah Moon, roll 56. Roll 66, Manohar Hussain Tanoy, roll 66, present or absent? So many students absent. This is very much upsetting things for me. We are continuing muscle spindle. Yesterday we discussed with you muscle spindle. Muscle spindle ta niye amra alochona korchilam. Amra muscle spindle, please again I want to start with muscle spindle. Muscle spindle is one type of proprioceptor. Proprioceptor or kinesthetic receptor. It is present. I told you that several kind of proprioceptor present in our body. That is different proprioceptors present in our body, such as muscle spindle, Golgi tendon organ, Pacinian corpuscle, free nerve ending, and proprioceptors in labyrinth. Labyrinth means inner ear. Okay. Now, there are two types of muscle sensory receptors, muscle spindle and Golgi tendon organ. Another name of muscle spindle is neuromuscular spindle, and Golgi tendon organ, another name neurotendinous spindle. Okay, now one by one, muscle spindle. It is a special type of receptor which are distributed throughout the belly of the skeletal muscle and send information to the nervous system about muscle length or rate of change of length. Already we discussed this thing that muscle spindles are specialized sense organ found in the skeletal muscle. Sense organ means here receptor. I'm meaning here sense organ means receptor. Location more numerous near the tendinous attachment of the muscle. Length 3 to 10 millimeters long. Structure, this is very important. Structure of the muscle spindle. The short note, this question is very popular short note question. Short note about muscle spindle or Golgi tendon organ. So you have to write down what is muscle spindle, then structure of the muscle spindle. You have to draw this figure. This figure is very easiest figure from Sambolingam. Each muscle spindle is surrounded by a capsule. See here, this is white portion, this is capsule. This is capsule. Within the capsule, there are 3 to 12 small intrafusal fiber. Within this capsule, there are 3 to 12 intrafusal fibers present that are pointed at the ends. See here, these intrafusal fibers are pointed. দেখা যায় যে দুইটা মাথায় হচ্ছে তাদের চোকা চোকা থাকে, তাই না? Pointed at the ends, the ordinary extrafusal muscle fibers situated outside the spindle. See here, extrafusal fiber, location of extrafusal fiber outside. So there are two types of muscle fiber involved in the muscle spindle: intrafusal fiber and extrafusal fiber. Extrafusal fiber located outside the capsule and intrafusal fiber located within the capsule, and the intrafusal fibers are the pointed in the both two ends. Okay. This is well visualized figure. See here, this is capsulated portion of the muscle spindle. Inside 3 to 12 intrafusal fiber which are pointed in two sides, and outside there is ordinarily extrafusal muscle fibers present. Now see here, extrafusal fiber. Extrafusal fibers contain actin and myosin. This is very important MCQ question. Extrafusal fiber contain actin and myosin filaments in all of its length, the regular contractile units of the muscle. This is very important things here. That is extrafusal, outside. Location of extrafusal fiber always lies outside. Outside of these extrafusal fibers contain actin and myosin filaments. That is, it causes muscle contraction, regular contractile units of the muscle. But see here, what is the differences between the intrafusal and extrafusal fiber? But the central portion of the intrafusal fibers is devoid of actin and myosin filaments. Intrafusal fibers, see in this figure, intrafusal fibers centrally it is dilated part, and peripherally it is pointed end. On both sides it is pointed, and centrally it is dilated. This dilated portion is numerous nuclei present in this dilated portion, and this area is devoid of actin and myosin filaments. So this area never take part in muscle contraction, but it acts as receptor. This portion, the central portion of the intrafusal fibers acts as receptor. You know that very well, that muscle spindle is one kind of proprioceptor. That is one kind of receptor. It acts as receptor. But which portion of the muscle spindle acts as receptor? Central portion of the intrafusal fiber acts as receptor. Central portion, but the pointed end contains some actin and myosin filament, so they take part in the muscle contraction. And extrafusal fibers contain actin and myosin filament, also they take part in the muscle contraction. Okay, see here, thus the central portion of the intrafusal fiber act as receptor, and the peripheral portion are contractile unit. Peripheral portion means pointed end and also extrafusal fibers. These are acts as contractile unit. Now this figure I have taken from this figure in 26th edition Ganong. Ganong থেকে নেওয়া হয়েছে। দেখো same thing, this is intrafusal fiber, both ends are pointed, and dilated portion contains so many numerous nuclei, and this dilated portion of the intrafusal fiber acts as receptor, and pointed end they acts as contractile unit, also extrafusal fiber. Outside the capsule there is extrafusal fiber. These extrafusal fiber contain actin and myosin filaments. They also act as muscle contractile unit. Now innervation. Now fibers, types of fibers present in the intrafusal fiber. Intrafusal fibers, inside 3 to 12 intrafusal fibers present within the capsule. These intrafusal fibers again divided into two types. You have to remember this thing here. The intrafusal fibers are arranged in two groups: nuclear bag muscle fibers and nuclear chain fibers. Nuclear bag muscle fibers, see here, this dilated portion contain numerous nucleus, so this portion is called nuclear bag fibers. Just like bag, it look like dilated portion, look like bag. That's why these intrafusal fibers is called nuclear bag muscle fiber. And some fibers acts as arranged as chain. This is called nuclear chain fiber. So there are two types of, see here in this figure, this figure is very beautiful figure from Sambolingam. Intrafusal fibers, there are two types of fiber present in intrafusal muscle fiber. Nuclear bag fiber, see here, this dilated portion fill up with numerous nuclei. This dilated portion look like bag. That's why it is called bag fiber, nuclear bag muscle fiber. And some fibers look like chain. This is called nuclear chain fiber. So there are two types of, see here, this is chain fiber, just like chain, and this is bag fiber, just look like bag. So there are two types of intrafusal fiber present in the intrafusal fibers, nuclear bag muscle fibers and nuclear chain fiber. So you have to know nuclear bag muscle fibers contains many nuclei in a dilated central area. This dilated central area contains many nuclei. It is longer and thicker, 2 to 3 per spindle. That is nuclear bag muscle fiber present 2 to 3 per spindle. That is each muscle spindle contain 2 to 3 nuclear bag fibers. No cross striation. That is, there is no actin myosin filaments present in the nuclear bag muscle fiber, thus non-contractile. As I mentioned you before, that dilated portion of the intrafusal fibers, this central portion of the intrafusal fibers is contain no actin and myosin filaments, so it is non-contractile unit of the muscle spindle. It acts as receptor. So it acts as receptor. It has no actin and myosin filaments, so there is no cross striation present here. We know that, as you know, that cross striation means arrangement of the actin and myosin filament. Though there is no actin and myosin filaments, so this area is no cross striation present in this area, thus non-contractile. This is the non-contractile part of the intrafusal fibers. It acts as only receptor. Now nuclear chain fibers, see, just like chain, shorter and thinner, 3 to 9 per spindle. That is, each muscle spindle contain 3 to 9 nuclear chain fiber. This is about intrafusal fiber. So there are two types of intrafusal fiber. Again, I want to show you this figure. There are two types of intrafusal fiber. That is nuclear bag muscle fiber. It is dilated portion and fill up with numerous nuclei. And nuclear chain fiber, it also contains numerous nuclei, but just like chain. So in nuclear bag muscle fiber, in each muscle spindle contain 2 to 3 dilated portion of the nuclear bag muscle fiber. And nuclear chain fiber in each muscle spindle contain 3 to 9 nuclear chain fiber in the intrafusal fiber. Okay, so these are the arrangement of the nuclear bag muscle fibers and nuclear chain fibers within the intrafusal fiber. Okay, you have to remember this thing. Intrafusal fiber divided into two types of fiber, nuclear bag muscle fiber and nuclear chain fiber. Are you understanding or not? তানজিমুল, বুঝতে কি পেরেছো?
Yes,
তানজিমুল,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
কি বুঝেছো?
Yes, ma'am.
এক্সট্রা ফিউজাল ফাইবার গুলি কোথায় থাকে বলো তো? এক্সট্রা ফিউজাল ফাইবারটা কোথায় থাকবে? মাসল স্পিন্ডেলের ইনসাইড নাকি আউটসাইডার থাকে? এই যে ক্যাপসুলের
Outside, ma'am.
এক্সট্রা ফিউজাল ফাইবারের ইয়ে কি, তার কি থাকে? এক্সট্রা ফিউজাল ফাইবারে কোন জিনিসটা থাকে? অ্যাক্টিন এন্ড মায়োসিন ফিলামেন্ট। তারা
Actin and myosin থাকে, ma'am, and intrafusal থাকে না, ma'am.
আচ্ছা, ইন্ট্রাফিউজালের কোন অংশ থাকবে না? ইন্ট্রাফিউজাল ফাইবারটা আবার দুই রকমের, নিউক্লিয়ার ব্যাগ মাসল ফাইবার, নিউক্লিয়ার চেইন ফাইবার। ব্যাগ ফাইবার গুলি কি থাকে? ডাইলেটেড, ব্যাগের মতো থাকে, তাই না? এইটাতে কি কোন রকম কন্ট্রাক্টাইল ইউনিট থাকে? অ্যাক্টিন মায়োসিন ফিলামেন্ট এই ডাইলেটেড পোরশনে ইন্ট্রাফিউজাল ফাইবারে থাকে না। তাহলে এখানে এটা অ্যাক্সেস কি? রিসেপ্টর। তারা কি হিসেবে কাজ করবে? রিসেপ্টর হিসেবে। মাসল স্পিন্ডল ইজ ওয়ান কাইন্ড অফ রিসেপ্টর, তাই না? প্রোপ্রিওসেপ্টর। তাহলে রিসেপ্টর হিসেবে মেইনলি কাজ করে কি? সেন্ট্রাল পোরশন অফ দা ইন্ট্রাফিউজাল ফাইবার। আর এদের যে পয়েন্টেড এন্ড থাকে, এখানে কিছু পরিমাণে অ্যাক্টিন মায়োসিন ফিলামেন্ট থাকে, তাই না? তারা কন্ট্রাকশনে হেল্প করবে। কিন্তু সেন্ট্রাল পোরশনটা ডিভয়েড অফ কি? অ্যাক্টিন এন্ড মায়োসিন ফিলামেন্ট। আচ্ছা, অ্যাক্টিন এন্ড মায়োসিন ফিলামেন্ট। আচ্ছা, আমাকে ইয়ে বলো তো, রিপা রয় ফাল্গুনি, আছো তুমি আমাদের সাথে? রিপা,
Yes, ma'am, present.
প্রেজেন্ট। আচ্ছা তুমি আমাকে বলো যে এই যে আমি বলে গেলাম ফাইবারগুলি, তুমি ইন্ট্রাফিউজাল ফাইবারের দুই ধরনের ফাইবারগুলি বলো তো আমাকে। এই যে ছবি দেখাচ্ছি, বলো নাম বলে যাও। ইন্ট্রাফিউজাল
ম্যাম
ফাইবার
হচ্ছে
অ্যারেঞ্জ বলো।
ম্যাম ব্যাক টাইপ আর হচ্ছে মাসেল টাইপ, নিউক্লিয়ার ব্যাক ফাইবার আর নিউক্লিয়ার চেইন ফাইবার।
চেইন ফাইবার, ভেরি গুড। নিউক্লিয়ার ব্যাক ফাইবার এন্ড নিউক্লিয়ার চেইন ফাইবার। নিউক্লিয়ার ব্যাক ফাইবারটা ব্যাগের মতন, ডাইলেটেড ব্যাগ, তাই না? ইট ইজ ফিল আপ উইথ নিউমেরাস নিউক্লিয়ার, ঠিক কিনা? আর চেইনটা থাকে জাস্ট লাইক চেইনের মতো লম্বা লম্বি, ঠিক আছে? দেখা যাচ্ছে কি?
Yes, ma'am.
দেখা
Yes,
যাচ্ছে।
ma'am.
নাও সি দা ইনারভেশন। তাদের নার্ভ সাপ্লাইটা একটু আমরা ছবিতে দেখে নেই। জাস্ট আই এম টেলিং অ্যাবাউট দ্য ইনারভেশন, দ্যাট ইজ নার্ভ সাপ্লাই অফ দ্য নিউক্লিয়ার ব্যাক ফাইবার and nuclear chain fiber. See here, group 1A fiber, supplied towards the nuclear back fiber and nuclear chain fiber. তোমরা কি দেখতে পাচ্ছো? Group 1A fiber, that is হচ্ছে এটা কিন্তু afferent sensory fiber, sensory supply of this fiber. আমরা সেন্সরি নার্ভ সাপ্লাইটা যদি বলি তাহলে কি কি দিয়ে হচ্ছে? গ্রুপ 1A। গ্রুপ 1A ফাইবারটা দেখো সাপ্লাই করে কাকে কাকে? বোথ নিউক্লিয়ার ব্যাক ফাইবার এন্ড নিউক্লিয়ার চেইন ফাইবার। বাট গ্রুপ 2 ফাইবার অনলি, গ্রুপ 2 ফাইবারটা দেখো, গ্রুপ 2 ফাইবার অনলি সাপ্লাইড বাই চেইন ফাইবার, সাপ্লাইড টুয়ার্ডস দ্য নিউক্লিয়ার চেইন ফাইবার। তাহলে গ্রুপ 1A and group 2, these are the sensory innervation. See here, innervation, that is nerve supply. Each muscle spindle is innervated by both sensory and motor nerve fiber. Now, first I want to tell you sensory innervation, that is afferent nerve supply, that is primary ending or annulospiral ending. Primary sensory innervation again divided into two types: primary ending or annulospiral ending. A single large group 1A fiber on the nuclear back fiber and nuclear chain fiber centrally placed. Already, just I told you that group 1A fiber supplied both type of fiber, that is nuclear bag muscle fiber and nuclear chain fiber is supplied by group 1A fiber. This is one kind of sensory nerve fiber. It is called primary ending or annulospiral ending. A single large group 1A fiber. 1A fiber, please remember this thing. Group 1A fiber is supplied both fiber, that is nuclear back fiber and nuclear chain fiber. Now, secondary or flower spray ending. Secondary or flower spray ending, usually one but sometimes two smaller group 2 fibers, mainly on nuclear chain fibers and peripherally placed. That is central supply is always remember that centrally group 1A fibers supplied to nuclear back fiber and nuclear chain fiber. It is always centrally placed, but peripherally always nuclear chain fiber is supplied by group 2. See in this figure, group 1A supplied centrally both fiber, that is nuclear back fiber and nuclear chain fiber. Both fibers is supplied by the group 1A fiber, but see here, peripherally nuclear chain fiber, only nuclear chain fiber is supplied by group 2 fiber. This is sensory innervation or sensory nerve supply, primary ending or annulospiral ending and secondary or flower spray endings. Now, motor innervation or efferent nerve supply. Motor innervation or efferent nerve supply, it is two types: small gamma motor neuron fiber and large alpha motor fiber. You have to remember two things here. Motor innervation means efferent nerve supply. Efferent nerve supply, two types: gamma motor fiber and alpha motor. Gamma motor fiber is always small gamma motor fiber and large alpha motor fiber. You have to remember this thing here. Always remember there's small gamma motor fiber supplied, two types of small gamma motor fiber, dynamic and static. There are two types of gamma motor fiber. Small gamma motor fiber again divided into two types: dynamic and static. Dynamic gamma efferent means exerts mainly the nuclear back fiber. Dynamic means it excites mainly the nuclear back fiber. Nuclear back fiber ke tara ki korbe? তারা স্টিমুলেট করবে মেইনলি নিউক্লিয়ার ব্যাক ফাইবার, ঠিক আছে? আর স্ট্যাটিকটা কি করে? স্ট্যাটিক হচ্ছে স্ট্যাটিক গামা এফারেন্ট, ইট এক্সার্টস মেইনলি দা নিউক্লিয়ার চেইন ফাইবার। What do you mean by dynamic, and what do you mean by static? Dynamic means sudden stress of a muscle causes rapid and strong contraction to oppose the sudden stress. Always remember that dynamic means sudden stress of a muscle causes rapid and strong contraction. That is, rapid and strong contraction means dynamic. Dynamic means rapid. Please write down, everybody. Dynamic means rapid and strong contraction of the muscle means dynamic. It excites mainly the nuclear back fiber. What do you mean by dynamic? Rapid and strong contraction of the muscle. Rapid and strong contraction. And static means, rapid means slow prolonged stress of muscle. Slow prolonged stress of muscle. তাহলে static টা হচ্ছে একটা slowly it causes stressing of the muscle. Static হচ্ছে কি slow and prolonged stress of the muscle. তাহলে এরা slowly stretch করবে এবং prolongation of the stretch of the muscle. তাহলে slow and prolonged stress of muscle is called static gamma motor, gamma efferent or gamma motor. আর dynamic means হচ্ছে rapid and strong contraction of muscle means dynamic exerts mainly the nuclear back fiber. See in this figure, I am showing you this well visualization figure. See here, dynamic alpha and dynamic gamma efferent, dynamic gamma efferent. See here, dynamic mainly it supplied the nuclear back fiber. This is nuclear back muscle fiber, this is nuclear chain fiber. Dynamic mainly supplied the nuclear back fiber. See here, dynamic mainly supplied nuclear, this is nuclear back fiber, so dynamic supplied mainly the nuclear back fiber. But static gamma fiber, gamma efferent or gamma motor, static means slow and prolonged stretch of muscle. Slow and prolonged stretch of muscle. Dynamic means rapid and strong contraction of muscle. Okay, in the next class I will ask you a question. What do you mean by dynamic? What do you mean by static? And intrafusal fibers, description of intrafusal fiber, description of extrafusal fibers, and muscle spindle short note. I will ask this question in next class. Okay, static. See here, static gamma fiber or gamma efferent, it supplied mainly nuclear chain fiber. It can also supply nuclear back fiber, but mainly it's supplied to the nuclear chain fiber. But it can also, static gamma fiber can also supply the nuclear back fiber. In figure it is shown that in static gamma fiber it can supply both fiber, nuclear back fiber and nuclear chain fiber, but mainly it supplies to the nuclear chain fiber. Also it can supply to the nuclear back fiber, but dynamic only supply to the nuclear back muscle fiber. Okay, so sensory innervation, there are two types of innervation, that is group 1A fiber and group 2 fiber. Group 1 is supplied central portion of the 2 fiber, that is nuclear bag and chain fiber, but group 2 fiber only supplied towards the nuclear chain fiber and peripherally. But motor innervation, small gamma motor fiber, again divided into dynamic and static. Dynamic exerts mainly the nuclear back fiber and static exerts mainly the nuclear chain fibers. Okay, now last one, large alpha motor fiber. Alpha absolutely supplied towards the extrafusal fiber. Extrafusal fibers always is innervated motor innervation, large alpha motor fiber. Large alpha motor fiber is absolutely supplied the extrafusal fiber. So gamma is supplied towards the intrafusal fiber, and alpha motor fiber always supplied the extrafusal fiber. You have to remember this thing, innervation, sensory innervation and motor innervation. Okay, so gamma motor fiber, very important for you. How muscle tone is maintained. Several times this written question came in your exam, that how muscle tone is maintained in our body. Muscle tone mainly maintained by the gamma motor fiber. Gamma motor fiber is very much responsible. Also there is role of alpha motor fiber, but gamma motor fiber is very important for muscle maintenance of muscle tone. So Last one, the function of muscle spindle, short note. In case of short note muscle spindle, you have to start from here. First, you have to write down the definition of muscle spindle, then the description, muscle spindle location, length, structure of the muscle spindle. You have to draw this figure from cembulingum, then extrafusal fibers, then intrafusal fibers, then innervation nerve supply of the muscle spindle. Then you have to write down last thing, function of muscle spindle. For 2.5 marks, you have to write down all these things. Function of muscle spindle: maintains muscle tone, maintain muscle posture, responsible for stress reflex during muscle contraction. So function of muscle spindle: maintains muscle tone, maintains muscle tone, maintains posture, responsible for stress reflex during muscle contraction. Already I have mentioned you, already I discussed with you knee jerk. In case of knee jerk is one kind of monosynaptic reflex or stress reflex. Monosynaptic reflex or stress reflex. So in case of knee jerk, receptor is muscle spindle. So it may responsible for last function, responsible for stress reflex during muscle contraction. In case of knee jerk, it acts as receptor. So it maintains muscle tone, it maintains posture, responsible for stress reflex during muscle contraction. So I have finished today muscle spindle. In the next class, we'll finish Golgi tendon organ and how muscle tone is maintained in our body. Slowly, I am trying to giving lecture you slowly, because nervous system is very complicated system and very hard, very hard. That's why slowly আমি যাচ্ছি, ঠিক আছে? তানজিমুল, তানজিমুল, তানজিমুল আছো কিনা? রোল 1 কি
Yes,
নাই
ma'am.
আমাদের? হ্যাঁ, তানজিমুল,
আছি ম্যাম,
আমি
আছি।
খুব স্লোলি পড়াচ্ছি, খুব স্লোলি পড়াচ্ছি। এই যে আজকে শুধু একটা
ম্যাম,
টপিক পড়ালাম, মাসল স্পিন্ডল। মাসল স্পিন্ডলটা খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট, তোমাদের ফার্স্ট প্রফে এটা শর্ট নোট আসতে পারে, ঠিক আছে? তাহলে দেখো মাসল স্পিন্ডলের
ওকে ম্যাম।
ডেফিনিশনটা লিখবে, ডেসক্রিপশনে কি কি লিখতে হবে, স্ট্রাকচার লিখবে, এক্সট্রা ফিউজাল ফাইবারটা লিখবে, ইন্ট্রাফিউজাল ফাইবার লিখবে, ইনারভেশন দ্যাট ইজ নার্ভ সাপ্লাইটা লিখে লাস্ট কি দিবে, ফাংশন অফ মাসল স্পিন্ডল। আর একটা ছবি আঁকতে হবে। তোমরা you can draw this picture from গাইটন, গ্যানং or সেম্বুলিঙ্গাম। সেম্বুলিঙ্গামের পিকচারটাকে আমার সহজ মনে হয়েছে, ঠিক আছে? তোমরা গ্যানং এর পিকচারটা আঁকতে পারো, ইচ্ছা তোমাদের, যেটাই আঁকো সুন্দর করে দিবে। গ্যানং এর যে পিকচারটা আমি শো করেছি, দেখো এখানে কিন্তু সুন্দর করে দেখো দেওয়া আছে ইন্ট্রাফিউজাল ফাইবার, আউটসাইড এক্সট্রাফিউজাল ফাইবার, দেখো সেন্সরি নার্ভ সাপ্লাই, গ্রুপ 1A এন্ড গ্রুপ 2 ফাইবার, এন্ড মোটর আমরা বলেছি কি কি দিয়ে, গামা মোটর এবং আলফা। আলফা কাকে সাপ্লাই দেয়? আলফা ইজ অলওয়েজ alpha motor is supplied to the extrafusal fiber, and gamma-টা কাকে সাপ্লাই দিচ্ছে? intrafusal fiber. You can draw this figure from Ganong also, no problem at all. Okay, তাহলে দেখো এইভাবে আমরা এই মাসল স্পিন্ডলটা লিখবো। Okay, that's all from me today. Thank you everybody, thank you very much.